Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. I just want to let you guys know that on Saturday nights we're going to be doing some live streams at 10 p.m. Manila time. So if you guys are interested, you're welcome to show up. And today we're going to be talking about the cost of having children in the Philippines. Okay? And we're going to start from like birth all the way up to college. And we're going to go all the way. I'm going to give you my thoughts and ideas and what it's cost me. Okay, some people it cost more, some people it costs less, but I'm gonna give you what has happened to me and what it cost me to send my kids to school here. Okay, we have 3 kids in my household. Okay, and my kids, we have a 14-year-old, we have a 9-year-old, and we have a 20-year-old. Okay, and my little boy that lives here, he goes to a public school, and it's really, really cheap. Because all we have to do is buy him notebooks, things like that, and pay for him to go to school, for transportation and stuff. Okay, so his things are really, really cheap. It's just basically clothing, and right now he's not even. We don't even have to transport him to school because he's doing like the modules. Okay, he's sitting right here. So he does the modules when not all the time, but he does most of the time, okay? So we really have to push him to do the modules. But anyway, my girlfriend's daughter, she goes to college, okay? And for her college, it costs us about $200 a month I give her, because we figured in all the costs for everything she needs for the whole year, from books to stethoscopes to thermometers, because she's going to nursing college. So it's about $200 a month, and that includes transportation when she gets ready to go, and it includes like a lot of study groups and things like that she wants, and also it helped her with her, with a computer, everything. It covers the full gamut for about $200 a month. Now that's not that bad, okay, because that covers food when she's going to school, things like that. Now she's going back to school in about another month because she's into the modules and stuff like that and doing online nursing right now. So anyway, that's where she's at. So it's about $200 a month. Now that can go up and down. Now, when I say that's for a public college. Now there's a lot of colleges here, like her college, that there's a lot of courses in there that are free. Okay, you just got to pay for the books and pencils and all that stuff. Okay, if you're taking up engineering or teaching or nursing, those ones are going to cost you. There's other ones that are free. Okay, like I said, you just got to cover the books and things like that. So there's a full gamut of things that you can take, but that gives you like a rough idea what it costs. $200 a month to go to nursing colleges is a really, really good deal, I must say. I think that's an awesome deal. To some people, some Americans over here, they say that's expensive. Try going to nursing school back in the United States and see what it costs back there. This is a bargain, But anyway, guys, and then we have another girl here that her name is Tutai. Tutai, she is 14 years old. She goes to high school, and we just basically have to buy her clothes because she just goes to a regular public school, and that's about all she costs, that and food. Now, as far as food for kids here, food is really cheap because they basically have a rice diet with a little bit of stuff mixed in, maybe vegetables or meats or something like that, occasionally chicken or pork or something like that, but they kind of always have something, and they always share it together. And the food goes a long way here because rice is so cheap. They just make more rice and split up the other food a little bit more. And it works out pretty good, But I mean, it's about $300 a month for all of us in the house, okay? And, there's 5 of us in the house, okay? And it's, exceptionally cheap. Now, the cost of having a baby here, we'll get into that too. The cost of having a baby here, because I have my godchild next door, so I know a little bit about this too. In the beginning, yeah, it can be a little expensive. If you go to a public hospital, rather, it's free to have the child, and if your girlfriend is a government employee, they get a private room. But I don't recommend using a public hospital for your girlfriend if she doesn't have a really good job. I would recommend using a decent hospital and pay it's around $2,000 probably, somewhere around there, give or take a few dollars, depending on which hospital you use. roughly around $2,000 though to have a baby. Okay, just FYI. Like I said, each hospital is different, but if you want to give your girlfriend or wife a decent hospital, you know, that's the way to go. You know, don't use a public hospital just because you're saving a couple of dollars over here. It's not worth it, you know, because it's overcrowded. You know, it's not clean. It's dirty. It's just not kosher, you know. But anyway, guys, as far as like over here, like the cost of toys and things like that, they don't really need that many toys over here because they kind of make their own toys over here. But we buy toys for Cedric, and you know, we buy him the Nerf guns and stuff like that. But that stuff's cheap. You know, most people over here can afford stuff like that, and you know, it's like if I can raise 3 kids over here on almost nothing, you guys can do it too. I mean, it's good to be in that sweet spot budget that I talk about all the time, because that gives you a lot of pleasures that the other budgets don't. And I know some people can't move themselves up to that because they're too old now, but if you're younger and you can still plan a little bit more, plan on trying to get into a sweeter budget and income, you know. And when I say budget and income, I consider them both the same, because when I say like a $2,000 to $3,000 budget, that goes for I budget it out for savings, for the future, for future insurance costs, because the insurance is going to go up when you get up to around 75, things like that. Just keep that in mind, guys. And for kids, always, if the kids are yours, for you older guys, make sure you have some money set aside for them for college or something like that. You know, because God forbid that you should die or something like that, at least they have something to finish their education and not just finish public school. You know, because you're leaving your kids behind in a mess if all they have is a high school education over here, because that's almost like having no education over here, because you really can't get a good job with just a high school diploma over here. It's just not. You're going to be working in McDonald's or someplace like that, and it's just not a good way to go, guys. You know, just be careful. You know, just be careful. Plan for your children, you know, especially if they're your children. I mean, if there's somebody else's children and you're just trying to, you know, give them a leg up, I mean, you know, help them as much as you can or whatever, if that's what you want. And I'm not trying to, you know, push people into helping other people. I'm just saying if that's your choice, then, you know, help them as much as you can. You know, like I plan on helping Tutai, you know, finish college here, and, you know, hopefully she does finish college, because a lot of the girls, for some reason, they quit over here after a while, or they get pregnant or something like that, and sadly they end up not finishing school, and they end up in that poverty, you know, cycle, which is really, it's not a pretty sight. But anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out there today. I hope that helps a little bit, because I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, what does it cost to raise children in the Philippines? And I hope that gives you like a basic idea, because it's not a costly experience for me. I don't find it costing me a lot of money to have the 3 kids here. That's why I always take in, you know, like we have Cedric and we have Joanne, but we always usually take in one other kid. And that's why we took in Tutai, so we can help her, you know. And like I said, she's in high school, and it's so cheap to take her in. It's you don't even barely notice the extra expenses, you know, because for her, she's in public school, like I said, right now. So, I mean, it's pencils and notebooks and things like that. And as far as the food expenses, we don't even see a blip, you know, because they just share the food that we have. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope that helps, guys.